This video I'm going to show you how to use the PowerLead system to track different advertising sources you're using. So this is going to be how to split test different ad sources that you're using the PowerLead system. Now typically you'll do this because you want to see which ad source is providing the best results for you, and to track your results to see where you're getting the best opt-ins, joiners, or people upgrading the Best Easy Work, or pretty much any business. So we're going to show you how to split test this. So whatever advertising sources you're using, you could tell how that advertising source is doing. So I'm just going to show you on a whiteboard what I mean. So let's say you have two advertisers. You want to use two advertisers on Udemy, and you want both these ads to go out on the same date. So you say you have it set that on day 10th of whatever month, both these ads are going to go out. But because they're both going out, you want to see if advertiser A, that's one person on Udemy, or advertiser B on Udemy, which one is better. You want to kind of see how they're doing. You don't just want to buy traffic and then it's like, well, which one did better? Which one should I buy traffic again from because they did better? So what you want to do is actually provide both of these solo vendors or whatever traffic source with a link. They call it a tracking link. So what would happen is you'd use the PowerLead system to create a tracking link. And let's make sure I can get this down. You'd use the PowerLead system to create a tracking link that you'd give advertiser A one. You give them a different one. So you give a traffic link to that person, and then you'd give a separate tracking link to this person. And then you'll be able to see the amount of leads you're getting from advertiser A versus the amount of leads you're getting from advertiser B. So we can all do that in the PowerLead system, where you create these tracking links, and then you're able to see how one advertiser did versus another advertiser. You could also do it with ad places. So let's say you wanted to compare, you did an ad on Udemy. You did a solo ad on Udemy, UDIMI. And then you did some kind of post, or you did some kind of advertisement on, say, a free traffic exchange. So you want to see which one did well. You want to see if that traffic exchange is getting you any traffic. Then you could create a tracking link for just that traffic exchange, and then this way you can keep them all separate to see where you're getting your traffic, to see how your traffic is converting. So I'm going to take you to the PowerLead system so you can see that. So you would log into the PowerLead system, and of course when you log in, you're on this very first page. So what you want to do to create your tracking links is go to Manage Subdomains, because we're going to create some subdomains and give these out as tracking links. So just a tip here, when you're creating your subdomains, I'm going to show you kind of a tip of how to best do that. With the subdomains, they're going to go alphabetically. Alphabetically. So that's how the subdomains are arranged. So if you call your tracking link, so these are tracking links you're going to give someone. So if you went on Udemy, so I'm just going to go on Udemy here, and let's go say we got to find a seller here, find a solo seller. And you said, oh, you know what, I want to place an advertisement with this fellow here called James Harrison. So you said, you know what, I'm going to create a tracking link so I can know who this is. So you go in and you're going to create a subdomain called James H on Udemy. Okay, so you create a track link called James H on Udemy dot whatever your domain name is, and you'll see how this works. So this would be your domain name. So you give this James H Udemy period domain name to James on this one. So you create an ad and you actually give James H that domain name. So when he sends out to his list, all the people who are going to join your lead capture page is going to be tagged with this James H, so you know exactly where they came from. So that's one way. And if you find another seller on Udemy, let's say you find Jason, and Jason is, he gives some information, you could come back here and call this one Jason on Udemy. And of course it will be your domain name at the end. and this one will go out to Jason. So everyone that comes into your lead capture page that opts in will have that tag to be from Jason, and that's how you'll know and compare the different ad sources. Now here's how I suggest you do it. Pick a letter, because remember I tell you the domains are going to be arranged alphabetically. You'll see this is by ones. So if you have, like, say, David up here, David's going to be here, James might be down here, and if you have some other fellow with, S, then S is going to be all the way at the bottom here. So you have them spread out. So what I do for my subdomains is I actually just create one letter, so I call it ZTRA, and that just tells me that that's a tracking link I'm creating. So that's just for my own purpose. So you can create whatever you want for your own purpose. If you want to call it, CRM, and those are all tracking links you're creating, and then you could say something like Udemy, or just the code words, because you don't want to spell it all out. Yeah, UDIMI, solo ad. You don't want to spell it out like that. You want it to be some kind of code language that you kind of know. So what I suggest is, like, something like Udemy, maybe the guy's first or last initial or partial of their initial, something like that, like James and H, something like that. So let's go do it so you see exactly what that looks like. So let's say you want to do an advertisement with, we're going to pick James here, right here. So you see, okay, I'm going to place an advertisement with James, then I'm going to go place an advertisement with Stefan. So you go up to James and you're like, okay, let's create a subdomain for James. You go here, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call this one, let's say ZTRA, because that's just my code language I use. You could use whatever you want, but make it kind of consistent, so when it creates a subdomain for you, all your subdomains will be in one area. So just like all my subdomains, because I start them with Z, they're all concentrated with Z here. So I can go in and look at them and say, okay, those are Z. So you can start with S, T, whatever you want, just so you get the gist. So just mine just happen to be ZTRA. That's how I just start them all off. And then I put little things on them like Udemy, and then this one I'll put probably like James without spelling out his name, so it looks random, so no one knows what it is. And then you'd hit create. Now once you hit create, you see that it creates a domain name for you right here. Right here will be the domain name, and that's all you want. So when you have that, you're going to click here to use a web page you've created. So you're going to click here. So you're going to remember this subdomain that you created. You're going to click here, and it's going to take you to this page. Now you're going to go find your Best Easy Work lead capture page. So your Best Easy lead capture page is either BE lead page number 1 or BELPN2. So if you decide to use, Best Easy lead page number 2, that's the one you want James to have. So you can see how well James' solo ad is. You just go find it here. Now mine is different from yours because I created this and I kind of tweaked it a little bit and called mine, different names so I could find them in mine. So mine is actually called this. So what I would do is click on the edit button. So when you find your Best Easy lead page number 1 or 2, whichever one you want to give them, you click on the edit button here. When you click on the edit button, you're going to go scroll here. You're going to see everything is fine there. All you're going to do is hit this button where it says choose a domain name you already have. And you're just going to go find that domain name you just created. So we just created that ZTrack James, I think it was. So let's see. Element of P. There it is, that UJAMH. So that's the one I just created. So that's the one I'm going to use for James. So I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to scroll down and say save changes to web pages. Now that's all. You don't need to touch anything else here. It's all set for you. You could just hit review, but you know what? If you wanted to change anything on this, you could certainly do it. You can click the edit button, and you will see that it will allow you to change anything you want in this wording on the page here. So if you wanted to change this lead capture page, you can certainly change it, and then this new subdomain you created will have this new lead capture page. But if you don't want to change anything, all you got to do is hit review and hit the view button, and you'll see that it's the same page. The only difference now is that it would have had in the bar up here, it will have that new subdomain, so you know that you've created it correctly. So this is the new address that you'd actually go give to James to do the advertisement. So you go to Solo Ads and say, okay, I want to buy from James. Let's go do it for James. You click on James' ad or his offer there to send out a solo ad. Say you pick a date, whatever date you want, and then you know what? You don't have to recreate the swipe copy you have. You can leave it as is. Just go ahead and actually open the swipe, and then on where it's highlighted, you just want to uncheck it. So you see it has insert the link. You just want to remove that link, and you see that you remove the link. Now it's not blue anymore. Go back again and click on it. Hit the link button, and then remove that and Control V, and there you have the email, or actually the link that's only for James. So when you click OK there, you'll see that it made it highlighted. So if you do it again, you'll see that when you hit the link, it will have the link just for James. You click OK, and you add it to cart, and that's it. This one will go out, and only people who subscribe from James's email list, you'll see them in your Power Lead system. So that's one way of split testing. So if he was going out, you could definitely do another one. Say you're all done with James, so that one's done. Then you say, you know what, let's go find another solo seller. So you said find another seller. So that's one seller you have. And let's say we wanted to do this person right here. You'd go create a subdomain for this person as well. You go back to your Power Lead system, you go back to websites, you go to manage subdomains, and let's go create a subdomain. So remember I told you I just use Z. So you could just be, I know this is not James, so I could just call this JMH number 2. Hit the create button. Go and click here to use a web page you already created. It's going to take you to your websites there. All you want to do is just find your lead capture page that you want to use. Hit the edit button. When you hit the edit button, you're going to come down here where it says choose a domain you already have. And then you're going to click on it. Now, domain will be in there, but you want to go find and attach the one that you want to attach. And we're going to do the JamH2. And you see that's number 2. We're going to save it. Everything else is going to be the same here. Where your leads are going to go, it's the same place. Where it's going to take them afterwards is going to be the same place. And you hit Save Web Changes there. And just hit the review button. When you hit the review button, you get to see the page. And it loads in the window here that's the page. You copy that link, because now you know it works. You go back to Udemy, and then you're in the page with Stefan here. You just go ahead, open that box up by clicking into it. You'll take out this link. You'll see that, okay, that link is there. You take this link out, delete that one, paste that one in, okay, and add it to cart, and you're all set. Now I'm going to show you one more thing in the back office of the Power Lead system. And that is where you go to see these links.